the screen. Okay. So I hope we can start now. I have a few presentations for you here. Uh, Today we'll be seeing just- so let's start. Today we will be seeing more about the market pitch, the market segmentation, as well as a lot about how to make your business idea into the next stage, how to take your business idea to the next stage. So last meeting, last session, how many of you have attended the last session? Can I get a chat box entry? How many of you have attended the entrepreneurship session 1? You can just put I have in the chat box. Those who have attended the last session, you can put I have in the chat box. I have in the chat box. Nobody attended the last session? Nobody attended the last session? So anybody who attended my last session, yeah, Tribhuvan has attended. Thank you, Tribhuvan. Okay, Shanmuga Velan has attended. Sashikala has attended. I'm not able to hear you. Okay, is my voice very much clear? Is my voice clear? Okay. Can you tell me yes or no? Is my voice very clear? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. See, I will just quickly take you to the last session because this is just a continuation of the last session, and all my sessions on entrepreneurship would be about the continuation of each sessions. So this was my last session, as you can see here. So last session, we just saw the basics of entrepreneurship. We were just seeing about what is entrepreneurship, the meaning of the word, and then don't do what you're good at, like find out solutions and then find out the problems for the solution. That is where your that's where an idea lies. That's where your real business idea lies. And entrepreneurship is not very hard, and entrepreneurship, okay, some posters. We also saw some of the live entrepreneurs, how they started and what were their achievements, like Facebook's, and then Apple, Microsoft, for Elon Musk on terms of Tesla, PayPal's. We saw the entire, discussed the entire Elon Musk story. And then we were also discussing about KFC, McDonald's, and we also discussed about our own chairman sir, respectable chairman sir. Then what are the various important traits we need to have for an entrepreneur? And so we also saw some videos on it, and how to select the right partner for your venture. If you want to have a partnership firm, how to select a right partner, and what are the departments you can have inside your company where you need to take care of, and then what is a minimum viable product. We discussed about a minimum viable product, and then we also saw about how an animal, this was my own idea. So how this is an animal relational cycling of entrepreneurship, how you start from a goose and end up a lion. So we discussed a few of this. I'm not going to stress more on this. This was our last session. You can find the YouTube video of our last session in VB Live YouTube channel. In VB Live YouTube channel, you can find the video recording of the last session. So today we are not going to discuss this. Rather, we are going to discuss, we are on to the second session of entrepreneurship, where it is getting a little more exercise driven and a little more information driven. Okay. So that is how we are going to take today's session. And going forward also, I would want a lot of exercises from you, and we will frame core groups. Before my third session, we wanted to frame core groups and idea presentation. From my third session, you are going to present to me, and rather me presenting to you. Is it all done? Okay. Can we do like that? From my next session, I want you to present to me than I am giving me presenting to you. Can we do that? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. So that's how we are going to take it forward. Cool. Now today what we are going to see is, see, you have an idea. You wanted to become a business person. Okay. You wanted to become an entrepreneur and you have some sort of an idea. So what is the most basic thing of becoming an entrepreneur is how to place your idea in the market. Now, as I was telling, 1 minute. So as I was telling, if you have an idea, the idea will not become successful. You need to take some actions on the idea. And for taking some actions on the idea, you need to know who are the people who are going to buy from you. Am I right? So whatever business you are having, there should be customers. Okay, there can be individuals as customers, their students can be the customers, parents can be the customers, IT people can be the customers, common people can be the customers, anybody, anyone can be your customers. But first thing, you should know your customer. And to know your customer, you should know where to place this idea. That is what I'm going to teach you today. How to place an idea somewhere, like in the market. Okay. So to know who is going to buy from you, and based on knowing who is going to buy from you, how you can actually qualify this idea, like how you can make this idea better, how you can make your product a very, very nice, good product. You can make it only when you know who is going to buy from you. Okay. So if you think your product is being purchased by a very wealthy people, then you have to have certain color codes to it. So that would be my third session, how is color psychology and affects the business proposition. Okay, so that will be my third session. Today we are going to see some very, very interesting concepts, and one of which is my own theory, which you cannot find in any books or online. So it is one of which, like the last session, I presented to you one of my own theory of animal relational cycling. Today also I have a very beautiful theory for you. So we will go into this. Okay, today our session's thing is market pitch. Now, what are we going to see today? So the first point which we are going to see is a market proposition. So I will give you, now right now you don't have any idea about what is LM, HV and HMLV. I'll tell you in the next slide. Okay. And then how you can segment the market. That is where my idea comes into the picture. And the most important of it all, how to do a SWOT analysis. So I'm going to give you a very, very good tool today called SWOT analysis, which every successful entrepreneurs will go through it. Okay, every time, any number of entrepreneurs, okay, every time they start a business, the first thing they go through is a SWOT analysis. I'm trying to okay, so here I think it's better to have it on mute. So you can put it in the chat box. Okay, whatever it is, you can please put it in the chat box. I will give you time for interacting also today. We will have a more interactive session today in between. And I have a very good exercise today for you all, which you all you can be prepared with a paper and a pen. So there is an exercise coming on your way today. So you need to present back to me today with this exercise. And there is a very, very interesting concept in entrepreneurship called a TAM SAM SOM. It's quite interesting, right? Reading it, TAM SAM SOM. It's a very, very interesting concept when you go for a business pitching. So that is when you go and pitch it to an investor. How many of you have seen Shark Tank here? Shark Tank. Have any one of you seen Shark Tank? Can you put it in the chat box? Any one of you, have you seen Shark Tank? Can you put it in the chat box? Yes or no? No. Okay, okay. I am getting few messages in the chat box. Yes, yes. Okay, Emmanuel, Habib, Antra, yes. Thank you. So Shark Tank is a place where business people actually pitch their ideas to potential investors. Okay, so people who are going to put money into their business. So when you actually pitch your idea to a potential investor, the major point is that you need to be very clear about your TAM SAM SOM. So you need to wait for today's session when I come and explain you about TAM SAM SOM. Okay. And I'm going to give you a live model of a pitch deck. Okay, a live format of what your pitch deck should consider. So next week, next session, you are going to frame one idea for your business and you are going to present the pitch deck to me. Okay, so that is my exercise for you in the next session. And next session, I want students, all of you here, I will give you an email ID towards the end of the session. I want you to send your ideas and I want you to register for this. You can just mention your name, your class and your school to that particular email ID. And I want to take registration because I wanted to make you accountable. I wanted to make myself accountable for all the students over here for for you to become a successful entrepreneur. Okay. So in the next session, we will also be talking about the project financial reports. I'll go to the accounts and financials on the next session. So today it is all about market. Okay, it is all about market. What is a market? Market is a place where we sell our product to. Okay, so what is a market proposition? Vishnu, I believe I have my audio very clear. Can you check your output audio? I believe the others are able to hear me well. See, children, when you are not able to hear me well, please let me know in the chat box. Okay. So I'll go to my first slide. So market proposition. Okay. So when I say market proposition, it is about, I told you a kind of a code word here. It is LMHV, which means low margin, high volume. Okay. Low margin, high volume. And the second one is high margin, low volume. Okay. So these are the two major segments. Okay. So my voice is not audible. Can the others please comment on it? Is my voice audible or not? Is my voice audible? Audible. Okay. So in case my voice goes non-audible, kindly let me know. Okay. Please let me know in the text box. So the first category is low margin, high volume, and next is high margin, low volume. So what is the difference between this? I will give you with an example. See what I have written here. Maruti Suzuki India. It's a car company. As you can see the logo here. Okay. It's a graph. Okay. It's a graph. So do you want whatever product you think you are going to give to the market? Like what is your business? Product or a service, whatever it is. If when you are giving this product to the market, do you want to produce a lot of this product and sell it with a small profit margin? Or do you want to produce a limited number of this product and sell it with a larger profit margin? Both are almost same. It is based on which market segment you wanted to get into. That will be my next slide, okay, which I'll teach you. So which market segment? That will be based on which market segment you want to get into. Okay. So here, for example, let's say you have a product for 1,000 rupees and the cost which you incur, that is you have to spend 900 rupees to produce that product and take it to the market. Okay, your cost, your expense is 900 rupees and your product is getting sold at 1,000 rupees. So your profit margin is 100 rupees. Okay, so now if there is another product, let's say you are going to sell 1,000 of this product, you have 1,000 people in a room to buy this product. So 1,000 into 100 is 10,000. Okay, 1,000 into 100 is 1 lakh rupees you are getting as profit. So 1 lakh is your overall profit net. Okay. Now there is another situation where your sales, you're producing a product for how much we can say 10,000 rupees. You are selling a product. You are selling a product for 10,000 rupees. At the same time, okay, your production cost for that particular product is only 9,000 rupees. So 1,000 rupees is your, here there is only 100 rupees as your profit margin. Here the profit margin is 1,000 rupees. But you cannot get 1,000 people to buy the product because the product is costly. Not everybody can afford it. So you only have got some 100 people to buy the product. Okay, so there also your profit margin is 1 lakh. What is the difference? Here, you need to take the efforts to sell the product to 1,000 people. Here, you need to take the efforts to sell the product to 100 people. Now here, 1,000 people will easily buy your product because it is only placed at 1,000 rupees. Here, 100 people, you need to do a little convincing to buy your product because it is placed at 10,000 rupees. So this is low margin, high volume, and high margin, low volume calculation. Okay. So there is one is not better than the other. Okay. It is based on your product. If you're preparing a product for 10 rupees, you have to go for a big volume. If you're preparing a product for a big like profit margin, you can even, by selling low volume, you can still earn a good profit on it. Okay. Okay, so there is some Google coming in. Okay, Harini, yeah, please listen to this, then you can go into the definition of it. Okay, now what I'm telling here is, let's say this is the last year statement of two car brands in India. Okay, Maruti Suzuki India sold a total of 1,70,071 units in March alone. March 2023 alone, they sold 1,70,071, because Maruti is in a like what to say, a mid-range segment with low profit, that is high volume, low profit, that is low margin, high volume, that category. Maruti is playing that game. At the same time, Mercedes-Benz India, for the last one whole year, 22-23 financial year itself, they sold 16,497 units only. Okay, so but they are very clear, their track record, their growth is also going equally higher. Why? Because their net profit margin is very high. They are selling a car at 50 lakhs to 2 crore, 3 crore. At the same time, Maruti is selling a car at 5 lakhs to 15 lakhs or 16 lakhs category. So see, this is the proposition which they are placing to the market. So when you are having your idea, now when you are ideating a business, okay, when you are ideating a business, now you need to understand, where are you going to sell? Am I going to price my product so high with very good quality and sell it to the sell it with a very high profit margin to a very limited people, or am I going to reach out to the masses? That is, am I going to put my profit margin very less, the product pricing very less, and sell it to like thousands and lakhs of people? Okay, so there was one person called Chinni Krishna. How many of you know this chick shampoo and all? Chick shampoo. Okay, chick shampoo. Then there is this what to say? Yeah. Anybody? Can you put it in the chat box, please? Put it in the chat box. Okay, chick shampoo. Yes, Harini. Yeah, you know that. And there is one Mr. Chinni Krishna. So there is this C.K. Ranganathan sir, who is the owner of Kevin Care. Kevin Care is a company which is producing a kind of this chick shampoo and other thing. What does his father do? Is because like that old days, all these shampoos and everything came in big bottles. Okay, very big bottles. So this Chinni Krishna sir, he is called as the father of sachets. Okay, you know what is a sachet? A small 1 rupee packet. Okay, he is the one who introduced shampoos and other products like this in small sachet packets, which created a huge revolution. 1 rupee packet. Now, what was there as a let's say a shampoo is worth of 100 rupees with a 50 rupees profit margin, he brought it to 1 rupee with a 20 paise profit margin, let's consider. But he sold millions and millions of units to people, common people. Okay, so these are two market segmentations, two market propositions which you need to know. Now on his memory, Chinni Krishnan sir's memory is he has 4 sons, one sadly demised, and other 3 are there. C.K. Ranganathan sir is having this Kevin Care, as well as his brothers are also into a lot of businesses. Okay, so as you can see, Maruti and Mercedes-Benz sales thing, I think now you are very clear about what a market proposition is. Now when you are designing your uh yes, I agree, yes, I remember this drop shipping again last time you had asked for it. So this when you're designing your product for your business now, which I want every one of you to create an idea, like what am I going to do business for, like what is going to be my business. So today you need to fix on that idea. What is going to be my business, you need to fix on that idea. And when you're fixing on that idea, the first step I want you to do is, whether am I going to sell to many people with a low profit, or am I going to sell to a very limited number of people with a high profit. Both has its own merits and demerits. Okay, so this is my first market proposition. Have you understood market propositions? Can you put it on the chat box? Have you understood this slide? Yes. Harini, thank you for the feedback. Yes, thank you. Now, the next thing is a very, very good, you will be loving the next thing. Okay. What is the best thing to start while selling it, sir? Raksha Rajesh. I would say both has its own merits and demerits, Raksha. Like if you are very good at selling to a mass market, see, you can sell to 1 lakh people. You can convince 1 lakh people very easily for selling a 1 rupee product. At the same time, it is little tough for you to convince 10 people for selling a 1 lakh rupees product unless you give that much quality and brand to it. So it has its own merits and demerits. Both these segments has its own merits and demerits. There, I know companies like they like Medimex, they come up with a very like what to say, low margin, high volume game initially. Initially, they start with a low margin, high volume game where they cater to a millions of audience, and then they will produce a segment for a there will be a different brand they will produce for a very high margin and low for a specific. For example, there are even car companies, they produce limited edition cars for a high volume, so high value. So like that, fine. So it is both important, it is both equally risky and unrisky. I'll say it has its own merits and demerits. It is based on where you want to place your product is all it matters. Raksha. Thank you, thank you. Now there are a few other things which I have put in, like high margin and low volume, Mercedes Benz. Low margin, low volume. I don't want you to sell any products at a low margin and low volume. That is not going to happen. If you are able to create a product which you can sell to a high volume and high margin, you are market leaders. Like Google, nobody is there to compete with Google. Nobody is there currently to compete with Facebook. Nobody is there currently to compete with Netflix, even though Amazon Prime or whatever is there. Okay, now even Netflix is a very good case study. When you are into business, you need to take a lot of case studies. Today I have one case study for you. So there is Netflix is one interesting case study wherein Netflix prices were at a very high range. They were selling a very high volume with a very high margin at a point. Now that is when Amazon Prime, Disney Hotstar, everything entered the market with a very low profit margin. Amazon's business model was completely different. Their Amazon Prime subscription is a loss making product, but at the same time they had this subscribed members for a lot of other shopping. So their business model was completely different. Now Netflix is only a movie streamlining OTT company. Now then you if you can see, by 2020s Netflix slashed down their prices to as low as 199 rupees per month. Initially it was almost nearby 1000. So they slashed down it 10 times to compete with the market. Now they went to high volume, low margin game. Okay, Netflix. At the same time, high volume, low margin, you can see this DMart, Sharvana stores. DMart is a kind of, okay, the local Sharvana stores, Maruti Suzuki, all these things are high volume sales and low margin gains. Okay, so this is something. Now the next thing, this is my very interesting segment. Okay, now pay very good attention to it. So normally when you go to a market segmentation, how easily can you sell, okay, your product? So there are three different markets. This is okay, even though we take income into account is not the right thing, but for market, for business, it is everything is business, everything is based on money. So we are talking only about business now, entrepreneurship now. So we will segment the market into three categories. Okay, three categorization. First category is a low income group. Second category, a mid income group, and a third third category called high income group. So these are the three broad categories to which you are going to sell. Okay. So in which, let us consider the low income group first. Okay. So when you are selling a product, there are these three categories have these three different characters. Okay. You need to understand the characters of these three categories to sell to these three categories very well. To design the product in a very, very good way, it is very, very important for you to understand the three categories. Okay. So, and so this mid-income groups category, whatever you're designing, will cater both to low income group and high income group. I will explain you that. Now, let us consider low income group. So mostly this income group people, they are in India, you have the low income group and mid income group as the maximum segment. Okay, the very high volume market. You can sell in millions and trillions of people. Okay, so sell to this all over the world. So millions of people are there in India where you can concentrate the low income group and mid income group. So low income group, normally when they see a product, they are driven by the price point of the product, cash value. What is the price? Okay, they budget it. Okay, what is the price? Mostly driven by the cash value and value for money. Okay, so this is the trend of the low income group. Mostly this happens in seasonal sales. If you are in Tamil Nadu, there is something called as RD sales, RD Tallubadi, offers. There will be a lot of offers thrown at the market. Okay, all these things comes under attracting a mass low income group, where they will go for buying things for a lesser offered price. So because price point is their driving factor. Okay, price point is their driving factor. So that is why they are going for this, and they always look for cheaper alternatives. So if they want a product, they always look for what is the cheaper alternative available in the market for this particular product. Okay, so this is the low income group. Okay, so here, if you are introducing a product, let's say you are into a textile customer, you are into a textile product where you wanted to make textiles for a lot of common people at a very, very low margin, high volume. So you go by this low income group and mid income group where you give a lot of offers to them. Okay, so in color psychology, when I take color psychology to you, I will also explain you why the color red is always associated with this low income group. Okay, because red is a very much an offer driven aggressive color, wherein if you see all the stores across the market, when they introduce some offers or something, they always put it in red color. Okay, that's a very interesting concept, color psychology. I will take you through those things in the later stages. But right now, if your product, you think your idea is to support the low income group or is to sell your products to a low income group, then you will have to fix a very low margin and you will have to sell in a high volume. Okay, very low margin, high volume with a lot of offers to it. Okay, because the word offer is your trump card for sales here. Cool. So now, next segment. Yes, online also they give offers. Example, Flipkart and Amazon. Exactly, Harini. Why? Because they wanted the this particular group to come into and purchase on bulks. Okay, so there will be when you see normally the sales hikes like anything when you give an offer or something. Okay, so but you will rarely see a high income group come into that big billion day sale or whatever that sale day and buy it. At the same time, the mid income and low income groups will be attracted towards it. So if you are, it is not a wrong thing. It is actually budgeting and playing it smart. Okay, in terms of money. So their driving factor is money. Okay, money is their driving factor. It is playing smart in terms of money. Okay, so will it be a loss for the company while giving huge profits, like while giving you say huge offers? No, it will not be a loss. It will not be a loss. They will slash down on their like I said, Netflix. Instead of getting 1,000 rupees for a month from a customer, Okay, with 1 lakh customers, they slash down it to 100 rupees per customer per month. That is, they slash down 900 rupees. But their customer base will raise from 1 lakh to 1 crore by giving it to 100 rupees. Many people started subscribing a subscription of Netflix after that. So it is actually increasing the volume. There is something called as a Tony Robbins tripwire model, sales funnel model. I will show you that. There is something called as a segment called as tripwire. Okay, can we see that before going into it? Let me see if I can show you that. So here I'll show you something. Tony Robbins sales funnel model. I'll go to images. Let me see if I can find it out for you. Yes, here it is. Okay, here it is. So this is a kind of a, you're all able to see my screen, I believe. Okay, see here. Here, the first funnel is called as a lead magnet funnel. Lead magnet is where you give test products free of cost. My product is totally free of cost. You come and trial it out. It is trial sessions. Okay, test kudukradhu. So it is completely free of cost. The next model is called as a tripwire model, where you give a low like margin, very low margin sample. Okay, you give a very low margin sample. For example, if I wanted to become a very good trainer, which Tony Robbins is, he's an internationally acclaimed trainer. Okay, so like Tony Robbins will give in Facebook and Twitter, he'll give some sessions in Facebook and Twitter free of cost. He will speak somewhere and speak in expert interviews, TV shows. All these things are free of cost for people to know who he is. Next comes the tripwire model, where he will give a very sample product. Okay, some sample product for a very less cost he will give. Now from that sample product, he will create an audience whom he will take it to the core product, which is a little more costly. Okay, for example, here I give free workshops. Here I give 1 month courses for a very small amount. Here I give a group class for 1 year, group course for 1 year. That is my core product. And I also have from that core product group class, some 10 people will be selected for a one-to-one very business enhancing program, or some big words we will use for it, which is a profit multiplier, which gives him a lot of profit. Low volume, high margin. So see how he is going from a zero margin, high volume to a very high margin, low volume group. So I think you understood this model very clearly now. Okay. So this is how it has to be taken. Clear? Now I'll have to just make this presentation. 1 minute. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Am I audible, everybody? Can you put it in the chat box if I'm audible? Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now my next thing is, okay, we were talking about low income group. So this is one income group. Next is a mid income group. Mid income group is something which we call as a what to say, middle class people or whatever it is. They are the highest populated people in our country and maximum countries across the world. They have the characters of the low income group to budget everything. They work on monthly budgets. They have the characters of the low income group and the aspirations of the high income group. So they will always aspire to buy high income products, like high cost products, but they will budget, they will save, they will take loans, and they will go and buy that. So they have the characteristic traits of budgeting cost wise and aspiring high income group, like high margin products. Okay, qualitative products. They want quality at a price. Understood? So this is the dynamics you need to really understand. This is the psychology of sales. you need to understand before you become an entrepreneur. Nobody was there to teach me these things. Okay, but I want you all to know. So this mid-income group is the questioning crowd. They are called as a questioning crowd. It's very interesting. Now all brands across the world, they wanted to come to India because they want their product to be sold to this mid-income group, which is a questioning crowd, which is a very interesting segment. Okay, so they are always driven by quality. They want qualitative products. They don't negotiate on quality. At the same time, they are also driven by cost. If equal quality can be available at a better cost. Here in the low income group, if there can be a better cost is the question. In the mid income group, if can the same quality be received at a better cost will be the question. Okay, so and highly driven by emotions. These people are highly driven by emotional sales. If you connect your product with an emotion, if you are selling, let's say you are selling candies, but you say you are selling happiness, you are triggering the mid income group. Okay, so this is that emotional driven advertising is the most important thing for serving to the mid income group. Okay, and the high income group is none, like they are people who will always be gone with quality, and they want to spend minimum time on decision making. See, for example, if they want to go and buy a shoe, they don't want to research on what shoe is the best or available in the market, all those things. They go by a brand and what is the latest shoe in that particular brand. Maybe to select this brand, they may do some research and everything. But once they are comfortable on a particular brand, they go driven by that brand only. They take very less time to kind of decide on what to buy. And they expect that same quality every single time they buy from that brand. And one time, these if your company makes some products for this high income group, you can price it at anywhere and you can sell it. But one time there is any quality issues or there is any dissatisfaction from your customer, they are lost forever. Okay, so by giving more offer, you can bring back a customer in a low income group. By selling more emotions, you can bring back a customer in mid income group, but you cannot bring back a customer in a high income group. Okay, but you can price it at any way. So I hope these three are understandable. Now I would want to show you a case study. So when in entrepreneurship or when you are thinking about business, I want you to go by case studies across you have a lot of case studies around you. Just you need to see it. I will just show you a case study of an advertisement. I'll see if this is here or 1 minute. Yeah, it is over here. So I will just stop my share and share it again because I want to share it with sound. I want to share it with the voice now. Okay, so here it is. So I'm going to take a case study of Cadbury's. How many of you know Cadbury's here? Cadbury's chocolates? Cadbury's chocolates in text box, please. Everybody knows, no? Cadbury's. Yes, everybody will know Cadbury's. Yes, yes. So I'm going to take the same product, same brand, Cadbury's, and play it to you in three different market segments. Okay. So same product, how it can be classified into three different market segments based on my explanation. Okay. So first market segment is the low income group, where you need to give the same taste of the product at a very low cost alternative. Now, if you ask me if this will be the same product like the bigger Cadbury's thing block, it will not be, but it is a different product which is going to give the same taste at a much cheaper cost for a low income group. So just now see to this video. I hope the audio will be there. Can you hear the audio? Can you hear the audio in the video? Please confirm it so that I can play it. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
बड़ी चॉकलेट्स के लिए कितना बड़ा मुंह खोलोगे?
क्या टाइम पास चल रहा है यार।
ओ मैडम, थोड़ा जल्दी करो ना, पूरा थिएटर खरीदोगी क्या?
वो लड़की नहीं, लड़का है, बेटा है मेरा। बाल बाल कटवाओ उसके। कैसे बाप हो यार तुम? Shut up! मैं उसकी माँ हूँ।
माँ, इतना बड़ा मुंह खोलोगे? नई बड़ी कैडबरी चॉकलेट्स गोल्ड, चॉकलेट का एटम बॉम्ब।
So just look at it. This advertisement, when you see deeper into this particular advertisement, 1 minute, let me open the chat box. There are a few messages. Yes, okay, thank you. So if you look a little deeper into this advertisement from an entrepreneurial point of view, this advertisement has nothing to do with how the Cadbury chocolate is. Okay, so the concept of the advertisement where he comes and stands in a queue in the theater and asks like a guy who has overgrown his hair to cut his hair and something about it. So they are just making a kind of a play around it, but their actual pitch, their actual market pitch is in the end card. Okay, is in the end card. This particular section which you are seeing in front of you, this is their actual market pitch, wherein you get excited. So the actual dialogue here is not about that boy growing hair or the lady dressing as a dad. No, that is not the market pitch. That is made only to express the wow feeling. Like not a wow, it is a surprise feeling. What? That feeling. Okay, that explanation feeling. So when that what feeling is told, that is the same feeling you will be getting while knowing that the bigger Cadbury chocolate is coming in a smaller eclairs form, which is even bigger now. It is already in a smaller eclairs form. It is now a little more bigger, only at 2 rupees. Now see here, you cannot find this 2 rupees tag in any other Cadbury advertisement. Cadbury's in any other advertisement, they are not going to put their cost as a coin here like this in 2 rupees. Okay, so this particular case study is clearly showing us the what factor which they are trying to put it to the low income group to say that whatever is available in a bigger format is now coming to you on a very low cost. You can now enjoy the same Cadbury's at 2 rupees in a different form. Okay, now the same ad, if it wants to go to the mid segment, they will ask, now why should I enjoy an eclairs in 2 rupees when I can enjoy a full chocolate at 10 rupees or 5 rupees or 15 rupees or 20 rupees? They will start questioning. But at the same time, the low income group part, they want this 2 rupees chocolate to be tasted, eclairs to be tasted. They want the Cadbury's taste. If it is 2 rupees, they are happy. You got the idea on it? So this is the first segment of the market. Now, the second segment. So I'm going to show you the second segment here. This is for the mid segment. Okay, this is for the mid segment. You just see the advertisement, then I'll explain.
Kiss me, close your eyes and miss me. Close your eyes and kiss me. I can read your lips on your fingertips. I can see your smile come on my lips and happiness in your eyes. Kiss me. Close your eyes and miss
Have you felt the new silk? Softer, smoother, silkier. Cadbury Dairy Milk Silk.
So now in this advertisement, they are showing emotions. Now, emotions can come in form of core emotions as well as music is also an emotion. Okay. Here, when we are targeting the mid segment, you go with a lot of jingles. Now, this jingle which you have seen, close your eyes and miss me. So this particular jingle is one of the top grossing jingle across the world. One of the top recommended or a top liked, okay, music for an advertisement across the world. Okay, so they made it so popular. Now what are they implying here? Both of them are eating chocolates. and they can understand each other by the chocolates which is fixed on their lips. Okay, they are sharing their happiness within each other by just chocolates. A perfect scene of emotions. Okay, sharing of happiness by eating chocolates. Okay, and see how the chocolate is more chocolatey. So more emotions, more chocolatey. Okay, and it is also given with the right music. So this is a perfect example of how you can emotionally target a particular market segment. Okay, this is a mid-income segment. Now the same Cadbury's has another brand called Boneville. Okay, dark chocolates. The same Cadbury's, the same brand has another segment, another brand by itself called Boneville, which we will see in this advertisement. See, this is also an advertisement of Cadbury Boneville. I just wanted you to see this.
Cadbury Bourneville, the perfect way to end your day.
Okay, so 1 minute. So this advertisement, now look at this transition of Cadbury. The first advertisement was only cost basis, 2 rupees. Second advertisement was emotions and the taste of it. Okay, the technicality of it. Technicality means the mid segments will ask a lot of questions, no? So it is about the taste, how sweet it is, tasting, all those things. But the third thing is all about quality and the pleasure of it. Okay, do you think this advertisement says anything about the kind of emotions, or it is talking anything about the taste of the chocolate? No, it is not. It is just saying it is a very high class chocolate where you can, end of the day, once you are coming back from your office or your business, you can sit back and enjoy it. That's all. They are connecting to the right audience in the right way. No questions asked, no emotions driven. There is nothing. Just take rest, eat the chocolate, which is of highly qualitative one. That's all. Okay. So this is a very classic example case study for yeah, they have not even informed about the price here. They will not inform because they are selling emotions in the second one, and they are selling the visual impact, the sensual. We call, there are 3 types of advertisings. Okay, the first one is economic advertising. Economic advertising talks only about offers, prices, all these things. Aditallubadi, that is what economic advertisement speaks about. The second one is in emotional advertising. Emotional advertising talks about a lot of emotions and senses and things like that. Okay, that is emotional advertising. And the third one is a sensual advertising, which only shows the looks of it. Okay, for example, let's say you go to buy a Korean mobile, some sort of a very cheap Korean mobile. You will only be asking about in high quality, they don't need of the price or price and taste. Yeah, Mathura, it is right. It is that in high quality, they don't need of price and taste. It is not that they are not expecting it. They don't want to tell it explicitly because it is known. If we are selling a product to a high income group customer, the taste and quality should be there, must be there. It is a known factor. If you wanted to write your 12th standard, you should clear the 10th standard. That is a known factor. Okay, like that. So you need not talk about it. Rather, you can talk about various sensual aspects of it. For example, I will connect it. This type is called Raksha. This type is called as a sensual ad. Sensual ad is targeting the look and feel of it rather than the emotions and the details of the product. Okay. So this is one thing. Now, again, going back, 1 minute. If you're getting the video on, please make sure that your backgrounds are very neat. Okay, please. Now, going back to this advertising model, this case study itself, I'm saying another case study we'll take. For example, you go to purchase a mobile. You are not caring about any brand, you're not caring about anything. You wanted the mobile at only 3,000 rupees. So you'll not be fixed by anything else but the price tag of that particular mobile. You'll even buy any duplicate or Korean mobiles or anything like that. But at the same time, if you get into a Samsung store, a middle class person get into a Samsung store, or a mid income range segment person gets into a Samsung store, he has a list of questions to ask. Okay, what is the memory, RAM memory? What is the does it support 5G or 4G only? What is the megapixel of this camera? What is the battery life of this particular mobile? What is the screen size of this particular mobile? Okay, does it support Android Play or whatever it is? There is n number of questions which comes to a person when they go and buy a Samsung mobile. Okay, but the same there is other person who is just going into an iStore to buy an iPhone for a lakh plus, or almost at least as 20 or 30 or 40% higher rate than the Samsung mobile. They are not going to the store and asking what is the megapixel of this camera. Have you seen any iStore where a customer walks in and asks what is the megapixel of this iPhone? They will never ask. It is not said. In fact, it is much lesser than that of the Samsung phone. But they will never ask, because there is a brand, there is a quality associated with the brand. They don't want surprises. They don't want their mobile to hang. They don't want their mobile to be overheated. There is a quality associated with it. So they don't mind the price. They go and pay the price, they buy the mobile. There's no questions asked. Okay, this is the difference between the low income group, the mid income group, and the high income group segments. Okay, so I think I have taken till 12 now, but at the same time, I just want to understand from you so far, how is it? How's the session so far? Can you put in the chat box? Have you learned things in this session? Put in the chat box, please. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this market segmentation part is over. Quickly, I'll take another 10 more minutes, just 10 more minutes to complete this session. These two are very major, and but at the same time, I'm not doing justice for the exercises here, but for the next section, I want these exercises to be taken. So the next biggest thing is the SWOT analysis. Okay, SWOT analysis. I will just take about the SWOT analysis. And then exercise, I'll give this exercise and we'll wind up the session. So I'm keeping the Tam song for the later, the next session, okay, for the next week, session 3. Okay, so SWOT analysis, because I want to take it slow, but at the same time it should be very much useful for you. So if you are getting into a business, now you know what is the product you're going to sell, which market segment you're going to, which market proposition you're going to sell, and which market segment you're going to sell. Okay, you cannot sell a high volume product, low margin, high volume product to a high income group. High income group always focus on a high margin, low volume product. Okay, so now SWOT analysis is nothing but strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Okay, this is, see, believe me, this is one formula. Even now, even if I wanted to start some business, or if I wanted to go create a business out of any for somebody or anything, even now, when people come to me for advice, the first thing I tell them is go do a SWOT analysis and come. Okay, go do a SWOT analysis and come back. So because this will give you so much clarity on your business. This will give you so much clarity on your business than any other exercises. Now, this strengths, now I have defined it also thanks to an image which I got from the internet. So the definition wise, see, you list down your, now what is your exercise? I'll tell you what is your exercise, okay, for the homework for the next session. I want it to be given to, I'll just tell, I'll put it in the chat box. You can all take this from the chat box. It's my email ID. Srinath@vblive.co. Okay, Srinath@vblive.co. Please take it up from the chat box. Okay, I want you all to mail me your business idea. Okay, your business idea. What is your idea? What is your product? Okay, what is your product? A lot of people are leaving now. Okay, maybe it is time for them to leave. What is your product? Then what do you want to sell your product or service in a high volume low margin, or a high margin low volume category? So this, what is your decision? And then, do you want to sell your product to a low income group, mid income group, or a high income group? That is this next line I want you to like. And based on that low income group, mid income group, and high income group, you wanted to write a tagline to your company. So what is your product? I want you to frame a company name for you, and the company name, below the company name, which market proposition, which market segment you are going to put into your product. And finally, you need to write down your tagline based on that market. If you are going to propose the product to a mid segment, mid income group segment, write down the emotional tagline. If it is to the high income group segment, write down the qualitative tagline, the style. Okay. If it is for a lower income group, write down the economical tagline. So the tagline connects to the audience. Okay. Now, strengths. Now, what you need to do is, after that, for your particular product or a service, what are all the strengths you will have? Things your company does very well. What is your company going to do as your very big strength? Okay. What are the qualities you are going to have in your company? What are all the resources? Okay. What is your knowledge about that particular company? Your knowledge about that particular company is equally a strength for you, right? If you wanted to start up an app, mobile app company, you need to know how to build a mobile app. That is your strength. Okay. So all these things are your strengths. Okay. You can screenshot this if you want, or you can go find it in YouTube also in VB Live. Okay. So that is your strength. Now the weakness. What do you think your company is lacking? Okay. You need to understand that. You need to write it down. Only then you will understand. Okay. So similar, you need to first identify a few competitors for your company. Who are all your competitors, and what are they doing which you are not able to do? Okay, all these things are your weakness. Now, opportunities is what do you think is your opportunity? Why do you think that this product will become a successful product? That question you can give an answer. And threat. What is a threat? So, is there any competitor who is very high demand on this particular thing? So that threat also you need to understand. So you can just Google SWOT. You're all grown-up children. Go to Google, learn about SWOT analysis, SWOT, and by when you come for the next session, Entrepreneurship Session 3, I will be taking TAM SAM SOM, investor pitch deck, TAM SAM SOM, investor pitch deck, color psychology, and financial accounting. Okay. Financial accounting, I will do it last. So TAM SAM SOM will be one major thing. Then investor pitch deck will be the second thing. Color psychology will be the third thing. Okay. So these three things will be my deliverables to you in my next session. But before that, before you come for the next session, I want every one of you to mail me in Srinath, SRINATH, Srinath at vblive.co. Mail me your product name, your proposed company name. So here is your exercise. See, write your idea. What is your idea? Okay. What is your idea? So which market proposition it is belonging to, and why do you want to do it in that? That is, are we going to go for a high volume and low margin, or a high margin and a low volume category? And why do you want to go there? Why? That is why is very important. Then what is the market segment you wanted to pitch? Is it a low income segment, mid income segment, or high income segment? And based on the segment, give a tagline. Give a tagline. Okay. Okay. So, and then prepare your SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What are your weakness? And what are your opportunities and threats? Clear? So this is what I would want you to do it as an exercise and mail it to me. Based on this exercise, we will be handpicking you, and I will be giving personalized advices to you on your company formation. Okay. So this is my humble submission to you all. Now I would just, whomever is listening to this session so far, thank you for it. And I'm just launching a feedback. You can please mark your feedbacks in it. So you will be having a pop-up in front of you. You can please mark your feedbacks in it. Yes, I've got just 20 feedbacks, 21. There are almost 60 plus people here. I would want your honest feedbacks, please. Whether this session was useful and have you understood something from this particular session about how to take your product to the market, go to market strategy. Okay. We will also be circulating a kind of a feedback. Thank you, Vishwanathan. Thank you, Mathura. I would also be circulating a feedback form wherein you can write down your feedback and send it back to us. Okay. So we will meet you again. Thank you. Almost nearby 30 people, 29 people have responded to this feedback form. Thank you all. And we'll meet again.